Hello. How's it going? Hey. Hey, how's it going? Sorry we're late. Sorry, I know it's kind of going. Yeah, 7:10's right on time, right? That's close enough, right? So thank you all so much for being here. My name's Adam McHugh, I'm the new executive director here at LTC, and I know nobody has been able to say that for quite a while. I'm well aware, trust me. Just so you guys know a little bit about me, if we can kind of kill the music too up there, please. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm pretty comfortable in front of a microphone. I'm not that comfortable. But no, a little bit about me. So I live in New Hampshire, so don't hold that against me. I actually had a background in New Hampshire in public access. I've worked for about 15 years. I worked in Goffstown. I ran Goffstown TV, where we broadcast about 120 sporting events in a single school year for one high school. I also worked in Florida the last couple of years, also don't hold that against me, where I worked in access for school districts down there, and we actually did a lot of high school broadcasting of sports and arts events. Also followed around the superintendent of one of the schools for just about every week, so I have a long history in that. Before that, I worked in radio, so I had a 10-year career in radio. If you were in Manchester, New Hampshire, you might have heard me on WZID or 96.5 The Mill. And I've also been a columnist for the New Hampshire Union Leader for about 5 years. I wrote a city column. So if it's dealing with media, I've got a background in it. That's kind of the general gist of it. I'm really happy to be here, though, because I've known about being in public access in the Northeast. I've known about LTC the entire time that I've been active in public access. And for a long time, I think that LTC has been a standard bearer in the Northeast, if not the nation. So being here is really, truly an honor. And I think that Lowell is such an awesome city. And I think that I've told some of my friends, like, one of the things that I feel that I have to be for Lowell is kind of like, you know, the truth sayer about what this place really is about. And it's awesome. It's so artistic, it's so diverse, there's so much here, and I can't wait to, like, be a part of all that. Some of the things that I'd like to see come out of me being here in the coming months especially is a lot more live streaming. In fact, to kind of put a little bit of an exclamation point on that, you might have noticed there's cameras around us, and you may have, when you're in there getting food, you may have seen some of the shots there. We're actually live streaming right now onto YouTube, and that's going to be something that we're going to be doing a lot. So yeah, so that's your warning that we're actually on YouTube, so behave. Or don't. And so you can check that out too if you want to go back in that room and kind of see some of the gear. It's a very light setup. If you're familiar with Blackmagic Design, it's their ATEM switcher that we have, and Stream Deck and a computer, and that's very much on purpose. We want to be lean and mean when we go out and do some of these things because we want to bring as much as we can to the community. Another big thing that I am really, really, really passionate about is government meeting coverage. I know that sounds like the most boring thing that can ever come out of anybody's mouth ever, but it's really not. I think that we have not just an opportunity, but almost a duty to present meetings a little bit better than perhaps everyone else does. What I mean by that is not to say that we aren't presenting them well now. We're presenting them so you can see a meeting. But much like you'd watch, say, an NFL game, when you're watching an NFL game, you're almost inundated with information to the point where maybe it's too much. You know, you've got the scoreboard, you've got statistics on what's happening, you've got all these opinions racing around you, and you got instant replays. And I'm not saying we're doing instant replays for the mayor or anything like that. But what I am saying is there's an opportunity, because we're presenting information to people, not just a picture of a meeting, we're actually presenting the information of a meeting. So when somebody stands up for public comment, what does public comment mean at a meeting? We have an opportunity there to just tell people what it is exactly that's happening in the meeting. And I know it sounds like a simple concept. It's just something that just isn't done a lot, and I think that's something I want to start here. And speaking of YouTube, you may have seen that we have been starting to stream all of our government meetings on YouTube. That's very much intentional. And I know for years LTC has streamed meetings on our website, but just kind of the next step in that is YouTube, because we got to go where the people are. And maybe the people aren't on ltc.org, which you should be at ltc.org. But if you're not, they're probably on YouTube. It's a medium everybody's aware of. They're used to it. And yes, obviously we value our members, but we're also putting out something in the public interest. And we want to make that as accessible to as many people as possible. So if you agree or you disagree with the city councilor, you should know who that city councilor is, and you should have that information presented to you right away. So that's kind of one of the hallmarks of what we're doing. So Lowell is such a beautiful and wonderful city, and I think when public access is performing at its peak, it's really just a mirror to that city. So this is really an easy job, right? We've got such a beautiful city. We hold up a mirror to it. We're going to look awesome. So I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really happy you're all here. So we've got a great night ahead of us. We've got some awards to give out. Before I do that, though, I'd like to introduce our board president, Eric Sack, as he's got some words of wisdom as well.
Hey, how's everybody going? Hey, how's everybody going? I already screwed that up. Hey, we got through another year. We're back at LTC for the annual meeting, one of our best events. First potluck we've had in a while, and I screwed up and I bought some shrimp. So I had all these ideas, but work gets in the way, life gets in the way. But welcome everybody back. It's great to see the room so full. We always think it's going to be a sparse attending, but you guys bring it out and bring it. And I'm really heartened to see some old friends I haven't seen in a while. Mike Generis out here, member forever, almost as long as me. John McDonough coming back. Steve McQuaid, Ray Sam, Luis Lopez, who I haven't seen in a really long time, in the back. Vanna Howard, state rep. There's probably people, Bunrit, right there. Hey, longtime producer. And yeah, I mean, like Adam says, we're a mirror of the community, and we're less the message here than we are the megaphone. And you know, if you got an opinion, come on down and do it on LTC. We're an open house. We're keeping it running for you. So, like I said, I'm keeping it brief. So everybody enjoy your evening. Take care, and let's congratulate the award winners and enjoy the food because nobody has to take it home. All right, thanks.
And I know on our agenda we have a financial report, and typically we give that. We just got our financial audit back from our auditor literally upstairs a little bit ago. We don't have anything presented. It is going to be publicly available though, so if you're curious, you can always send me an email. By the way, I have the world's shortest email. It's adam@ltc.org. I'm so happy. It's not like a McCune or McCune Adam or something like that. So, so on our agenda, we're actually going to skip to the next thing, which is the awards. And if you took a look at our annual report that's been going around, you'll notice the first page in there is actually the awards. And I think that's very much on purpose. In fact, I know it's very much on purpose because I made it. It's because this is about you. This isn't about us, just like Eric was saying. You know, we have a slogan here that LTC is the voice of Lowell around the world. We're really not. It's you. We're just giving you the means to be able to do that. That's what public access is for. So we want to highlight the members here. And the first up that we're going to have the staff do this. I've only been here a couple of months, so I really didn't feel like anything was necessary for me to give out awards. The staff has kind of picked some of these, and I think they're very deserving. We've talked about all of them. The first awards are going to be presented by Wednesday.
Howdy. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Wednesday Clevisha. I am a media specialist here at LTC, which means I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. My colleagues and I will be taking turns presenting awards tonight. I'm starting off the set with the first three awardees. I do want to express my gratitude to our community, though. It's a pleasure to work with you all, and your support is truly meaningful to our team. The staff here are incredible to work with. Chris, Dan, Andrew, Courtney, and my fellow union members. And it's so fantastic to be in the space with you guys here today. So our first awardee goes out to Andrew Wilcox, who has served as an intern here in the spring of 2023. Andrew came in as an English major seeking to round out his skill set. Immediately, I noticed how considerate and mindful he was of working with technology in a collaborative setting. He was constantly helping other interns with their productions, and in front of the camera, he interviewed Poet Laureate Dianelli Antigua and author of the Barker House book, David Maloney, about their experiences within the industry and advice on their craft. I think that this is a really incredible place where incoming interns can make connections not only about their prospective careers, but talk to people who are within those careers and figure out, hey, how'd you do it? I also want to give a shout out to the team that we worked with to produce a ton of these videos for the Llewellyn, including Mason Hanley, who interviewed Mayor Chow, the experimental video artist Jessica Boniface, who shot on Super 8 film, the ever-curious Megan McCarthy, and Sachin Arora, who has an encyclopedic knowledge of film and media. But Andrew, it's been an honor to see you grow in confidence and creativity, and I appreciate all the energy you put into your time here. Andrew, come on up and say a few words.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear? Yeah, that seems to be working. It's a tremendous honor to be able to receive this. I just want to thank Wednesday and the LTC, of course, so much. And, my mom who's sitting right there. I think back to my time here and how much I've learned in my time here working at the being at the LTC as an intern. I think you learn so much being around so many different people who just have so much information and knowledge and so many different things, and you don't just learn about, maybe a career or something like that in that specific regard. You learn, about connecting and speaking with others, and you really get to feel that sense of community. And I just think that there's just nowhere else like that, I don't think. The way they just have that sense of community here, so it was an honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Just to reiterate, Andrew and the interns then and the interns now work on the show called The Llewellyn, which is a completely intern-produced show here. Check it out on YouTube. The episodes that Andrew worked on were really great. That was Dianelli Antigua's episode and David Maloney. Our next awardee is Mike Fry. And I actually first met Mike Fry years ago when I was working at Life Alive. He came in as a dishwasher, and as anyone in the food service can confirm, it can be grueling work. It was a welcome surprise to see him a year or so ago come into LTC looking to create a media project for his class. Since then, he's volunteered at various LTC events and was there on those initial days in which we founded our own community production club, a space in which community media makers could network, workshop ideas, and develop technical skills to amplify their storytelling. We're actually doing our first panel next week, so we're starting to do pre-production. Coey Ledoux over there is going to be moderating a small business panel, and if anyone wants to come on down, that's going to be up in Studio A next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. But Mike's also been working on his own show as well, collaborating with the Overlook Music venue to catalog and broadcast their live shows for our viewing pleasure. So Mike Fry, would you mind coming up and accepting this award?
Well, thank you so much, Wednesday, and very apt summary of how we came to LTC. It was, facts are stranger than fiction sometimes. I came to LTC as kind of a third choice. I was looking for a place to rent equipment, and a lot of the places, for whatever reason, charged a lot of money. And I kept looking, and LTC's website, which I've been told a few different times, is in the middle of being reorganized. The information wasn't quite up to date, but I was happy to find that I could indeed rent equipment and become a member for a very small fee. And since that time in late March of 2023, I've had a blast. I've got to meet some really great community members. I've got to become part of a really vibrant, interesting community, and I was able to sort of dovetail into a position where I was able to take some skills that I had already had, which was amateur bootlegging, and find a place at the Overlook that needed somebody to be present and was willing to learn. So I'd like to thank the entire LTC community, the staff who were superstars, and for everybody being here tonight. I just want to say again, thank you very much, and I humbly accept this award, and I hope that it helps to boost LTC's signal. Thank you, everybody.
So you heard from Mike. You can come here, take out equipment, interview people out in the community, and do all that good jazz. Have your stuff featured on local cable access, or share it with your friends, or whatever your preference is. Our next awardee is getting our Community Spirit Award, and this awardee's name is Bunrath Seth. Bunrath, we've known each other for a number of years now. For almost 3 years, we've been working together to produce a show on Channel 26, what was Channel 95, called The Khmer Sentimental Show, a show that he has been producing for how long, Bunrath? For years, guys, over a decade. When you see this video reel go back, we have some archival footage, and then you can see Bunrath, you're actually in some of that early footage. So it's a little Easter egg, so keep your eye out. Bunrath is an OG LTC member. This year, he assisted in our ENG coverage of the Southeast Asian Water Festival, interviewing attendees in Khmer. Working with green producers frequently, I thought I was going to have to do a lot of directing. This was not the case. This guy knows what he's doing. We were out there interviewing food vendors, people visiting from abroad. At one point, we had Vesna Noon, Sakri Chow, and Ready Mom all up in a line, right? And all I had to do was film, which was pretty much all I could do because the FS7 is incredibly heavy. So thank you so much for your years of participation here at LTC. And his award is in transit, so we do have a certificate in lieu. Yeah, come say some words.
Thank you. Thank you, Wednesday. Thank you, LTC, to all the board as well. My little one asked me to write a little script, so I'm going to read. Volunteer. Matter, different, volunteer. Commitment, resourceful, preserve culture and language. Volunteer without expectation of being recognized. That's 15 years ago, 20 years ago when I come to this building, or reward, and they all know here and I just want to thank you to LTC and also the board, especially to my mini family. A little history, I think they talked to you that I brought a family in to help. So my big daughter is here as my witness. So without them, you know, that I inspired to do the community, because my show is bilingual, so we do in Khmer, or to all of you is Cambodian, and also English as well. So like, it is truly humble to get this award. Thank you so much, and I want to sincerely thank you to my kid for put all this time with me through the year, allow me to put extra time out of the house, and also volunteer for what I'm interested in. Thank you so much, Guy. Thank you to LTC.
Just a quick shout out to all of my Channel 26 producers out there, and some of the folks who are in the room: Betsy, Alessandra, Lemmy. Where's Sydney? Sydney. Wonderful folks to work with, and pleasure. Looking forward to next week. So we're going to continue our awards. Another colleague of mine is going to come up. I believe that is Chris. You next? Come on up, my friend. Hey, let's give a round of applause.
Hello everyone, my name is Chris McNeil, and the first award I'm going to be giving out tonight is one for volunteer recognition. So you all may know of an event that happens here in Lowell. It's called the Folk Festival. When I started here, I wasn't aware that folk is actually kind of, maybe not the best word to describe it. I thought it was going to be some boring like Bob Dylan coffee house stuff. And I got to see some Tibetan throat singing, which is one of the best musical experiences I've ever seen in my life. But we do it every year. It's our big production. It's our big, capstone production of the year. And this year was no different, except for one thing. It rained the first day. So this was pretty crazy. This was something that we haven't encountered before, nobody on staff at least in a while. And the volunteer that we're giving this award to, they were there for it, but they kept their cool, which is very important because, you know, when you're dealing with live situations, something's going to happen. You can guarantee it. Even like in media in general, something is going to happen because you're pulling together all these forces together, be it a video production where you have like a dozen people, you know, a bunch of different equipment. There's so many things, something can happen, but it's important how you react to these things that happen and what you do with it. And this person came in the next day and they killed it again. So I'd like to give this volunteer recognition award to Lauren Yee.
Wow, thank you, everybody. This is special to me because Lowell is special to me. I came to LTC accidentally. I followed a friend onto a film production when I was looking for work, and it turned out to be Wednesdays. And they recommended going to Production Club, where I got to meet all sorts of people from the community making all sorts of projects. And when there was a need for help, I love helping out with any kind of thing. LTC has given me a space to be able to really get my hands on things and learn as much as possible. So thank you so much to Chris, Wednesday, and all the staff for teaching me as much as possible, and for really creating a great, very open community. Thank you.
Right, and I'll take this opportunity to remind you that we do Folk Fest every year, which means that it's going to be happening next year, hopefully with some more throat singing. We didn't have that last year, but definitely, you know, come through around June, July when we have our orientations for it, because it's a really special production. It's a really awesome production, and one that is really unique, so definitely take part in it. And then moving forward, the next award goes to our outstanding member. And this person is a producer who has been making a show here for almost a decade now called Dama Talk. When I first started here, or still now, I have the office right next to Studio B upstairs, which is where they used to do their show before the pandemic, with Visal Chin, former member and board member. He's off in Texas now, and we miss him, but I'll never forget the first time that I met Lemmy, who is winning this award, the Venerable Lemmy. He asked if I was a student because I had long hair, as if someone with long hair could only be a student, which I love. It's one of the greatest stories, and it's a really honor to be able to help you with your show and to see you produce here and continue to produce here. So please come up and accept this award. The Venerable Lemmy, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for LTC and board member, and LTC provide us with the community. It means that people in our community look at and watch our program, that what happened in the church, in the temple, and then very easy to access for that. So thank you very much for make this happen. Thank you.
I just want to say, you know, I work in the municipal side of the equation, and Wednesday said this already, but I just want to give another shout out to Channel 26. It really is a magical thing here at LTC. I've seen a lot of public access stations. I've been to them. I've interviewed at them. And Lowell is the first one that I ever saw. It's not the only one in Massachusetts as far as I know, but it is the first one that I ever saw that had a foreign language member-driven channel. And the fact that this one exists and is so vibrant, it really is one of my favorite things about this place, and I just love seeing it growing. So keeping the ball rolling, I'm going to introduce my colleague over here, Dan Bazarian, who is going to be giving out the next 2 awards.
Hey everyone. Yeah, my name is Dan Bazarian. I am the Director of Programming here at LTC. Don't ask me what that means. So this bears repeating. I think I remain incredibly proud of the work that the team here at LTC has done, the staff, over the past year. And one of the things I'm proudest of in that is that, we took an attitude towards things that could be experimental and that could try new stuff, and that was dedicated to process and working on things together in a way that, we talk about things, we have dialogue in the way that we create productions or we create classes or we create, any of the programs that happen here at LTC. It happens in a way that feels equitable and democratic, and where, we're free to check each other, but we're also always checking in with each other because we're accountable to each other. I think that kind of transparency and openness is important, and one of the things we experimented with this spring and summer, we tried, breaking up our classes into what we were thinking of as like class cycles, where, you'd have in a given quarter 6 or so classes that, you could take them and get a pretty good, soup to nuts overview of what can you do with some of the equipment here at LTC. Or you can just pick and choose 1 or 2 classes, if you just want to make a podcast, or if you just want to, produce a talk show up in Studio A, you can jump into that, or if you just want to do stuff out in the field. But if you do take all the classes, then, hey, you have that membership, you have access to all the stuff here now. And I think that like media it's sort of like, like high finance, like some of the terms people use for it make it sound very complicated, and it's supposed to make it sound like everybody who knows how to do it is a little bit smarter than you. And that's not true. Of course, there are some things in this that are legitimately complicated, but like one of the valuable things I think about public access stations is that, they show people that it really isn't a question of like talent or, James Cameron is just that much better than you. I've never met him, but I doubt he is. It's really a question of access and time. If you can get your hands on the equipment and if you have enough time to use it, you can probably learn what you need to learn to make media. And one of the people who absolutely took advantage of this structure and of all these classes is Billy Heath. Billy was there for every class we had in our first cycle when we were trying out this experiment, and I think that's incredible. I mean, I really, really do. I had the pleasure of teaching Billy a one-on-one class about podcasting, where I was lucky enough to hear the idea that he had for a podcast. I'm not going to put words in your mouth. You can tell the folks if you want to. Yeah, exactly. And he came to every class with the same energy and enthusiasm that, I'm happy to say he continues to bring to LTC as an engaged member, producing that podcast, producing, stuff, volunteering at FolkFest and at other things, and really being like a light in the space. So, Billy, if you want to come up for the Outstanding Student Award, I would like to... Sorry. It says it's Outstanding New Member. I didn't read it right. I'm sorry. But, yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure who said this, but you like me. You really like me. To be honest, I was racking my brain. I don't even remember the official reason why I joined LTC, but I remember being looking at classes through MCC, being a student. All the classes were in Bedford, and I'm like, okay, why should I take travel to Bedford when LTC is here? And then I thought, why didn't I join sooner? And that's what really got to me. I really like production. I really like helping out. I think when you were saying all the classes, I think I've been to each class twice, and I don't even know about it. And I'm like, who cares? Different teachers, different learning aspects, different thing. So I applaud the staff for teaching, and thank you for teaching. And like what you said about my podcast idea, You won't know it, but I am close to 40. And I am going back to school, and my podcast is about my life as a 30-year-old student. And sometimes it's hard when the students, your classmates, are younger than you, and in some cases, the teachers. So I'm like half the time I'm like parenting the teachers, and let's just say I'm getting Fs. No, all fit. But thank you, LTC, for this award, and I appreciate it. And if you have another class, sign me up.
So one of the other things that we're really proud of here at LTC is our internship program. As we've gestured to a couple of times over the night, we have a really robust internship program. And we have students, coming through at a pretty steady clip from, educational institutions all throughout Eastern Massachusetts, which is really cool because it means that we on staff get to keep interacting with people who are young and talented and interested in this stuff, and bring the sort of enthusiasm that sometimes it's really hard to maintain when you've sat through a 4-hour city council meeting until 11 p.m. and you have to come in the next day and teach a class. Being around that is energizing, and the next award for enthusiastic intern is going to an intern who has actually just started here this semester, but who has already been a huge help, who's been somebody that I can say, speaking personally, this intern handled recording of translation audio during our candidate fora productions earlier this year, which is a complicated enough thing to be doing, not within the context of a pretty high pressure production by our standards. And it was fantastic because I didn't have to worry about any of it, and none of the rest of us had to worry about any of it because this intern just had it on lock. Absolutely, but didn't even need to check in at the beginning of the night. He was up there getting the mics clipped to people, making sure that the SD cards were working, and would get you the audio at the end of the night. And he's been super enthusiastic from pre-production, post-production, all of it. You can throw a problem at him and he'll try to find a creative way to solve it. This is the Enthusiastic Intern Award, and it's going to Cody Ledoux. Cody, come up.
Thank you, Dan, for such a great introduction. I do have a small piece of what I'd like to say. After a summer of applying for jobs that were well above my abilities and kind of drifting through my post-college graduation malaise with little to no engagement with media production, working at the LTC has really reminded me of what made me so passionate about the field in the first place. Media production it's a love that I discovered really late into my college years. And I often feared that I had kind of found what I believe to be my calling in life a bit too late to be able to make something significant of it. This is a sentiment which I have found that LTC stands in defiance of. From the conversations that I've had with staff, members, community producers, production club members, and even some of the folks here tonight I've had phenomenal conversations with. I really learned that life will take you and your career aspirations into so many different places, and that there is no set age or experience level necessary in order to get involved in what interests you. And I just want to close by saying that my experience here at LTC has been nothing short of welcoming, informative, engaging, and honestly just so much fun. If you love this stuff, you really love it, and there's no better place to be than LTC in my mind. Exactly. This award, it means a lot to me in its recognition of validating not only the time and effort that I have for everything that gets done here, but also the enthusiasm that I hold for this profession and the work that I put into it. Thank you all very much.
And without further ado, I'll hand it off to my colleague, Courtney Coviello.
Oh God, this is very much meant for tall people. Boy. No, you're good. Blame my dad. I'm off to a great start. So my name's Courtney. I'm the part-time production assistant here. I just want to say big thank you to everyone I've worked with here. Just want to get that right off my chest. But it is with great pleasure that I stand before you to recognize one of our most passionate and dedicated interns, Dara. Dara is both a wonderful videographer and editor who is currently enrolled at Middlesex Community College as a student. Dara has worked alongside my colleague, Wednesday, who's back there, who you just saw earlier, in helping with our brand new community-based production known as LTC Rewind. Because of his dedication to the LTC Rewind project, we've been able to cover multiple community events happening within the city of Lowell, one of those being the Bay State Marathon, which you might have seen footage of shown on here, which was actually shot by Dara himself. I have no doubt that he will continue to have massive success within the world of media. Dara, we want to thank you for your never-ending commitment to community media. If you could all please give a round of applause for Dara as he accepts his award. Thank you. You can come on up, Dara. You want to say a couple words?
Mr. Anderson, how I miss you. Worked at LTC Rewind, edited the videos for Wednesday. In LTC, and I do enjoy LTC, editing for the LTC, because the videos, it turns out to be great. Saw all passive people in LTC, all the professionalism shows up, and those are like poetic to me. So, the mic is on, and I act like a misseed, because that's what an agent do in the Matrix. All the codes flowing through the braids, black darkness, and always feel so bored unless the videos look engaging, and I love engaging stuff on YouTube. Thank you.
Give a round of applause for Dara. That was great. Oh. Also, I just want to give a special shout out to Dara. He is so passionate about Sony cameras. Like, he keeps me in check because, like, I have a Sony, and he's just like, "Did you know?" I was like, "No, I didn't, but I will know now." So, super appreciate him for that alone. But he does incredible work, so we're so happy to have him here. This next award is for a wonderful, wonderful media producer who takes toilet humor to a whole new level. Every month, Marlia dedicates her time in producing and hosting the multi-collaborative comedy show known as The Golden Toilet. Golden Toilet, which was created and edited by Alexandra Dodarian and Mike Savoy, is often held upstairs in LTC Studio A and yields a consistent crowd of attendees. And yes, there is in fact a real toilet made of gold featured on the show. I know this, I've seen it with my own two eyes. Marlia's commitment to Golden Toilet is remarkable, and we're so honored to have such a wonderful production held here at LTC. Marlia, thank you for all that you do, and please do not stop doing comedy, especially that of the toilet variety. Please give a round of applause for Marlia as she accepts this award.
Thank you so much. I do want to start it off with a joke, make you laugh for a second. Bathroom joke, right? Because it's a golden toilet. What do you call a piece of fossilized poop? I don't know. Well, I call it a waste of time. Some people are mad because they know it's called coprolite, but this is not for them, this moment here. It's my moment. I don't like to brag a lot, but I would like to brag for a second. Okay, perfect. Where's my camera? Is that my camera? Where's my camera? No, I'm just kidding. Is that my camera? No, I'm just kidding. That's my camera? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So I'd like to brag. I have an amazing community. LTC is a great support, and I'm so lucky to be a member of LTC. I felt like I belong, but also I'd really like to brag about my production crew who are there every single week bringing everything they have. I have some of them here with me today. My father's here. He's a regular at the show and adds a lot in that way, but I have like people that co-write the show with me, people who get, I'm just going to name the people right in front of me. Caroline Coughlin, is that your name, Caroline Coughlin? She goes by Carrie Coughlin. No, I'm just kidding. She's fantastic. And Zwambi Louise Bennett, who has a separate show that's been recorded here, is also an amazing member of the team. And Kyle Seeley is also an amazing member of the team. He actually recently co-starred on an episode that's on YouTube right now, The Golden Toilet, which actually has a cameo of Dara. By the way, if you watch carefully, you might see him on the show there. And I'm just feel very lucky and for all the support I have. And thank you, everyone. Okay.
Thank you so much, Marlia. Please keep doing comedy seriously. And as a final note, I stand before you at this moment of time. It is with bittersweet gratitude that I officially Telemedia Center. The time I've spent here has been nothing short of extraordinary, filled with growth, collaboration, and shared passion for the world of community media. Working alongside each of you has been an enriching experience, and I want to express my deepest appreciation for the support, encouragement, and camaraderie that has defined my time here. Together, we've created memorable content, tackled challenges, and celebrated successes as a united team. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to each of you for contributing to this vibrant and dynamic work environment. It has been an honor and a privilege to be part of such an exceptional team, and I'm forever grateful to have also worked alongside such incredibly awesome community members, volunteers, and interns during my time here. Though I may be physically leaving the premises, my fond memories and appreciation for this chapter of my career will forever remain. My official last day here at LTC is December 1st, 2023. I look forward to staying in touch and witnessing the continued success and growth of Lowell's own public access television station. Thank you all of you, for the wonderful journey. And from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. May our paths cross again. Thank you. And now, without further ado, the raffle!
All right, yes, congratulations to all of our winners. Just wanted to say that, but we have more winners right now, actually. We got some raffles here, some gift certificates. We decided to go out into our community and go buy some gift certificates from some people that had helped us out over the years. So we got a couple of Time Out Cafe and Eatery gift certificates, two $25 gift certificates there. And then we have two to Pinella's as well, which they informed me there is salsa dancing there tonight. So if you want something afterwards to go do, that's fine. I don't think I can pull it off, but that's just me. And I'm just going to draw these numbers out of the hat. So if you are a member, it's open to you. It's not open to staff. It's not open to board members. But if you're a member, I'll just read off the numbers. The first one will be a $25 gift certificate to Time Out Cafe. All right. We got 555201. Everyone was really close. I'm going to tell you that because there's not a whole lot in here, so you're really close. Anybody? Going once, going twice? We'll go to the next one. Ooh, the plot thickens. It is 555185. That's you. All right. All right. All right. We'll do it to Pinella's. How's that sound? Suspense is killing me. 555197. Is that you? All right.
Thank you.
All right. Twice the winning family, right? We'll go back to Timeout Cafe, another gift certificate to them. There's one more after this, so you got 2 opportunities. I'm not going to do the math, but your chances are pretty good, okay? 555189. 189. Anyone? Going once, going twice. On to the next one, all right. 182. 182? No? Man, these people shouldn't have left early. That's all I'm telling you. All right. 186. All right. Okay. Congrats. All right. That was 186. Okay. Last chance. Last dance, last chance for romance, right? It's not that kind of night. Sorry. 555194. All right. I just want to say thanks again to everybody for coming out. This has been a fun night, and I'm going to be sticking around. I'm sure we'll be here for a little bit if anybody wants to chat and kind of hang out. But thank you so much once again for coming out.